After having the best time in the Gili Islands, it was time for Nick and I to move on, so we caught a boat to Nusa Penida. Nusa Penida is a massive island just off the coast of Bali, and one of the coolest things that you can do there is to go snorkeling or diving with manta rays, so we booked a snorkeling tour. At Manta Point, we were incredibly excited to see manta rays from the boat, so we were eager to hop into the water with these massive creatures. We were absolutely stunned by how huge these graceful animals are, and we couldn't believe the number of manta rays that surrounded us. Sometimes it made it hard for us to focus on just one at a time. The rays were feeding on plankton, so they had their massive mouths open to collect water and filter out their food. They kept swimming back and forth past us for the entire time that we were snorkeling. After such an amazing first dive, our tour took us back to the other side of the island, where we jumped in the water to begin the last part of our tour. The area had the most colorful coral we've ever seen carpeting the ocean floor. The visibility was stunning, and the water was much warmer at this location than it was at Manta Point. The current was strong enough that we barely had to swim as we were pushed through the water to where our boat would pick us up. It was amazing to see such variety of coral, and I was also impressed by the amount of coral gardening going on to help the ecosystem. Today we are going to go to the other side of the island to have a bit of a beach day. But we're going to take the road on the other side of the island, and hopefully it's a little bit better because the roads here have definitely been the absolute worst that we've had to drive on in all of Asia. And our friends did have a crash the other day, so hopefully we get there in one piece. Okay, so we made it here without any incidents. The roads were definitely not the best still, but we got here in one piece, and now we have the best view ever.
Crazy. I also went to Manta Point another day, this time to go scuba diving with some of our friends. After diving down to the seafloor, we followed our instructor towards a Manta Ray cleaning station. Visibility was lower, and it wasn't until he pointed it out that we finally spotted one. We continued our dive and saw more and more manta rays as our instructor spotted them. Emerging from out of the gloom, these massive rays would appear and slowly glide past. It was an amazing experience to share the water with these beautiful and peaceful animals. second dive was over a large reef with lots of different coral and sea life. Our instructor led the way, pointing out a venomous stonefish, a sea slug, and a seahorse. Somehow he even spotted a camouflaged octopus amongst the coral and a flounder fish hiding in the sand. Every time scuba diving is always an amazing experience, but this was definitely the best day of diving I've done so far.
We wanted to head off to a viewpoint with our friends, so we set off on our motorbikes. The island is very big and incredibly difficult to get around due to the narrow roads, often on cliffs and always in bad condition. Once we made it to the viewpoint, it was clear the difficult road was worth it to see the incredible cliffs and stunning blue ocean below. There was no one else around the point, so we could enjoy the scenery all for ourselves. Our last stop of the day was to a lesser traveled beach, where, as usual, we had to hike our way down to the bottom. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to see our next video where we head off to Malaysia.